Hello, everyone, and welcome to Malts and Meeples. This was kind of a rushed setup at the last second here because I wasn't sure what I wanted to play, and cough in a second here, maybe. But editing podcast took a little bit longer than expected, and it was there's the cough. And I still have my cough, and actually I just had a ton of sneezes as well, so let's play For Northwood, a little solo trick-taking game here from Side Room Games. This is the size of their, maybe it's slightly larger than like Orchard or Grove, but unlike those, which are card layering games, here we have, well, let's show you on the table. And let's try and fix that camera slightly. I think my line's just not in a row. And I'm going to actually pause for a second because I'll be back in. Alright, I am back here. So, still down on the table. We have our different fiefdoms here. And I'm going to be playing basically trick-taking experiences with each of these rulers. There's more rulers, so you have variety in the deck, and you don't have to go in numerical order. But you are trying to beat them. So that's going to be done basically through going to various locations. I have my starting hand of cards here. Looking at it, I think I want to go here. And let's just quickly go over how that works. So, basically, you are playing out dialogues until either my hand of cards runs out or this pile of cards runs out. So we're going to go to the Queen of Leaves here. I have these guys down here. All the jacks have certain abilities. If you're holding fewer than 8 cards, draw cards until you have 8. So that's you can use once a time as you visit a fiefdom. I can exchange the ruler of a fief with an adjacent one. That would allow me to swap suits, basically. Because right now, this is Trump suit, the leaf symbol. This one, discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. Interesting. And this one, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. So, Queen of Leaves is going to flip that one out. And I look through what I have here, and I play this one. It's not a win for me, so I don't place it in well, I place it in the discard pile. Then I still have 7 cards left, and they still have plenty. So I flip, and then I'll put this one over here, not the discard pile, because I've gotten a score. My goal is to beat 2. I probably should have gone for something higher since I have 8s in here. They play out a 6. I play out a 7. They play out a 6. I play out an 8. A 5. I play out a 6. A 7. I play out trump. 3. Beat it. 6. Trumpet. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those tricks, which means that this slides up. I can't visit this one again, but I now have the ability to swap her power in for somebody's down here. So you repeat this process. So I'm going to, let me double check this quick because I want to know when I reshuffle. Shuffle all dialogue cards back into the deck and drop to 8. So even though that doesn't sound right to me. Because I should have 16 cards in there. So no, it does say shuffle all up. I think this actually comes from how you can manipulate things. You can probably mill out cards to try and get to the point where you can win more tricks. And this is on an easier setup. Because, like I said, we have all these guys here, which would replace some of these, which could create trickier setups. Now here, I'm much lower. So I'm going to go visit here. Huh. And I'm going to start by using this, the Jack of Eyes, to draw 2 cards. Perfect. And discard 2 cards. So, short suiting myself. So they go. I win. Nice. They're playing that. I'll play that out. Basically, a trump suit with it being eyes. Flip there. Trump suit again. So I only need to win 1 more, really. There we go. Flowers. Eyes. I take that one down. Flowers. That goes there. Eyes. Take that one down. Leaves. I don't get it, but I'm at 6 cards. So this says name a suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. Interesting. This one is use the ability of a ruler of the fight you're visiting. That's pretty solid. So I have the ability to swap in but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I think my plan here is, let's see what we have first. Okay, I'm completely short-suited in claws, so I don't want to go there. I'm going to go up to the 7 here and draw 2. Discard 2. Then up to 2, 5. I can't get to either the pink ones. So I'm probably going to have to use this one at some point in time to draw up. And I can do that before I see what the ruler flips. I'm not going to do that now. It doesn't get me anything. Let's start. So there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Use that. 4. I will use this to draw 4 more cards. So I'm back up to 8. You know what? I'm not even going to win that one. So I'm at 4. 5. 6, 7. I have almost no shot to win these last 2, but I did hit 7. That was a bit tricky there. So this resets, and you can see I almost went through all the cards. So because of how I use stuff, this one's look at the top card of the deck, exchange it with the card in your hand. That's pretty solid. Remember, this is the basic, easiest setup. This actually matches exactly what they have in the rulebook. These are supposed to be a little bit more randomized, but I didn't get to that part of the rules until later. So let's go. I can look so I can make an informed decision. Like, as much as I want to go to pause, I'm not going to go to pause. I'm going to go Queen of Eyes. I'm going to do this. Draw 2. Get rid of 2. Let's see what we're getting here. Oh, that's actually a rough start. I'm shooting for 5. I'm at 3. You reset. So I'm going to use this to draw 4 more cards. Got 1 more eyes. I drew most of the yellows, which is actually unfortunate. Hopefully I hit a yellow. There we go. So I do have 6, just barely beating that one. So it's interesting, like some of these towards the middle are easier because oh, I messed that up. Let's reset, because my goal, I've been playing to beat the number. That's not my goal. My goal, I'm going to do it right, since we're not that far in, and I was kind of teaching it as I go, is to get exact number. The reason I was wondering is, like, this is worth 4 points. My goal is to win no tricks that time, which means I have to think hard about that. Like here, goal is to hit 7. Like, it'd be a bad plan to go there. That one's probably not doable. Actually, let's go all the way down here. I'm going to use this one to draw 2. And I'm going to clear out 2. So I'm fully out on pink. And my goal is not to take a single trick. There's a yellow one that could have shown up there, but I dumped every single card successfully. So that makes a whole lot more sense, because otherwise 0 would be super easy. So now that we're playing this right, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to go faster to discuss a little bit less, because you can see what I have pretty well. Let's go up here to, let's actually do the 5 here. We're gonna use you to discard 2. So my goal is to be at 5 when this ends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually pretty slick. So let's reshuffle here. The tricky is going to be King of Leaves, getting that exactly at 7. I guess that's where some of these other ones will come in. Okay, so here we're actually going to go down here to the King of Claws. I have really good Claws cards, but I'm going to use the discard all cards that match the current ruler. So I only have a hand of 5 cards coming into this. And then we're going to use this one to swap this one in momentarily so I could win the last trick. That was close there for a second. I didn't actually need to do that move at the end, but I was like, okay, with 7 of leaves, I probably have a pretty good chance of not hitting the 8 with all these cards, especially since I reduced the number I was getting. All right, let's see what we have here. They'll get good practice shuffling, that's for sure. 3 tricks, if I wanted to go there. 7 seems really hard with this hand. 4 tricks. Let's try 4 tricks with the King of Eyes. We're going to use this to draw 2. I'm going to chuck those 2 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. Bring the King of Flowers over there. So I could change the trump suit. And I got to my 4. Now this is, like I said, is an easier step. I still don't, like that 7's going to be tough to get on the nose. Like I kind of need a pretty strong hand of leaves, and I'm getting like everything all over the map right now. Go here. So I've taken down 1. Okay. I'm going to draw 2, discard 2. Ooh, that was killer. I'm gonna risk it. No go. So, gone for good. That one flips over. Can't get those points. Maybe it was a way that I could have optimized that a little bit better, but it's tricky. Wait. Jack of Eyes, get back there. I need you. Twice I lost trump suit. So, let's see, did we get, we got nothing over there. Let's go big. One up here, we're gonna do this. All right. Discarding 2, we're gonna get 6. We have 5, so ideally, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. We're going over here. because I know that the 8 of eyes was already in there. So I hit my 6. So we're down to having 3 and 7 left. Yet to see a hand that I would say can take down that 7. I guess that's probably where I need to use the Jack of Claws. Let's see. Well, let's go down here for sure. And we're just going to start going without using anything. Two. Nah, there we go. Use him. Bring that one over. Got our 3. So I haven't swapped in anybody yet. Let's do that actually. No, I don't want to actually. I mean, we're going here no matter what. This is our last spot. We have our leaves to deal with, and what is that going to even mean? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wow, that's horrible. So start Jack of Eyes. Okay, slightly better. Let's get rid of that and that. So there's 1. 2, 3. We're going to flip 1 more. Okay. 4, 3. So now I'm going to draw 5 cards, back up to 8. And wish me luck here, because, okay. And 1 more leaf. So we're at 4. 5. Yeah, I do want to do that. Six. Because now I need to start losing hands. Okay. Can't be a low flower. Okay. We have our 7 there. And so, then we add up our score. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 18. And 18 is going to be an advanced score. Now, or like a decent score. Like we were on so if you're 16 or higher, you win on kind of the basic difficulty. There's things that we can do to change up how this works, like I was saying. So let's actually do that. We did the basic setup. grab everybody here, and let's look what it says for the more advanced setup for this, because all right, it gives us basically special rules for putting out our rulers. So first one is going to go down here no matter what. Same with this one actually, because they are the first of the suit that we've seen. But then special rules will dictate how things go. So like I have another claw, I don't put out another claw, because I already have two out there. So we're getting two of each type. So we're looking for flower and eye. So we're looking for flower. And now I have a very different starting setup here. Place the top card of the score pile face down on the top of the deck. Draw cards one at a time until you draw a card of the ruler's suit or you decide to stop. Wow. If your next response is even, draw a card after responding. If it's odd, discard a card. Ooh, interesting. Look at the top card of your deck, exchange it with a card in your hand. So it's giving us a number of different options to look at as we go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See what we have. Excuse me. Let's actually go here, because I can get 1, 2, 3, and we got it. Baron of Leaves. Exchange a card in hand with the top of the discard pile if it's the same value. Do the same for the score pile. Interesting. So that one was too bad, that first one. Let's continue here. Like, this is the full game version. It's definitely meant to be more difficult. And definitely is. Oof. Let's do this here. One. Excuse me. 2. I have a strategy for this. That isn't going to work like I thought it was, but I can look at the top here. See, it's that. Put that one in there. Flip that out. There we go. Oh, I only needed 2. That's right. That's what I had meant to do that one time when I messed that one up. I was thinking 3 again for some reason. But I had meant to put down the 8 so that I can pull the 8 off and put it on the top of the deck, which would allow me to then get rid of my other trump suit, was my plan. And I botched that. This is a rough one. Again, because I'm not super well set up to get Lady of Leaves, maybe the Queen of Eyes is going to be my best bet here. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got it. 5, 6. So I managed to pull that one off. Queen of Eyes allows you to look at all the top 3 cards, put them back in the same order, but it's going to help you a lot to know what's coming up. So very interesting with that one. Do I want to swap that one in? Not yet. Not yet. Though I can decide really whenever. Alright. So, we're going here. Trash that one out of there. Goodbye. 1. Didn't want to take that one. 2. Out of there. So. Let's do this. Look at the top. It's a 1. Let's do the 2 to there. So that flips. I get rid of that. Got my 4. Draw a card, unexhaust another exhausted ally. Wow, that's pretty strong, actually. That's very strong. So we are halfway through this time. We haven't done the extreme edges of the map yet. Maybe this time, though. Yeah, let's do this time. Trump. Place the top card on the score pile, face down on top of the deck. Weeds out the last trump card. Ooh. That busts me. Like, there's no way for me to continue to ditch everything. That was so close, but yeah, that busted me. Huh. So I'd like to come up with a slightly better strategy for that 1. Let's shuffle up and see if it looks like I'm ready to take that one on yet, or if I want to tackle the 5. Or the 7. Not the 7. Yeah, let's do the 5. And I'm going to swap this one in for you. Ooh. I'll look at the... I'm going to do it right now. Look at the top 3. So 8. Oof, that's rough. One, 2, 3. And I can draw, so I'm going to do the draw 1 card at a time until I draw trump, or I decide to stop. Okay. So we're keeping going here. Four. Oof. This is going to be rough. I hope I have a blue in there. I'm going to look at the top card here. Exchange it with one in hand. Not a gray. Not a gray. I guess I could have done that without doing that, but it was safer that way. Yeah, that was basically the whole deck of cards there. There were 4 cards left. You go back up there. Everybody comes back. I'm going to leave this as is and hope that I can go there. Granted, I mean, I have the choice once I see what I have in my hand. Yeah. Actually, no. I think I'm going high here. 2 guaranteed wins. 7. Have that guy. So let's start. Going on the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to use this. Or until I decide to stop. Trump. All right. 6. 7. 7. And if my next response is odd, I discard a card. So as long as that's not a leaf, I'm good. Odd, I discard a card. I got my 7. So Now we're down to the last one here. And how do I want to do this one? I want to keep you. Getting rid of a card is good. That's strong. I don't need you available. And exchanging is good. So let's do the top, look at the top three again. Or I could just get rid of an 8. Sticking with what we got here, I think. No, we're not going to take you in. We're going to take you and immediately use you to trash that 8. There's 1 win. I'm going to use, actually do it that way. I don't want to short suit I want to short suit myself on Trump. It's 2 wins. I'm going to put that back there. Look at the top here and exchange it with something. Let's do that. All right, successfully navigated that to get that one there. So the score this time though, we're down a little bit. 5, 9, 10, 14. So 14, remember the target we're going for really is to win the game. It says 16 or higher. And if you have everything in here, we're at 14. Highest you can get is 20. So it's like you can get a perfect score on this as well. Let's pop back up here. Hopefully this was fun. Like this was a little bit of a rush setup. You saw missed that one rule at the beginning, corrected it, got in a couple of gameplays. I had a lot of fun with this actually. It's a good puzzle of a game, and I like the random setup. The jacks are really strong, and they're meant to be for that starting scenario. In this box as well, there is the Noisy Year. This is a scrapbook belonging to Lady Duck that offers some challenges, and it basically sets up some special rules. So like the first one, Summer 1, you have all kings as allies. You have 2 random rulers of each suit placed out randomly, and you draw 10 cards instead. Challenge, use only the kings. Only 3 of the kings as your allies. And special rule, after you respond, put all other cards in your hand with the same value into the same pile as your response. Ooh, so that's going to create some interesting puzzles. And this is a book just of a lot of challenges. There are 16 total ones in here that's going to provide some nice spice to the game. So thank you very much for sticking with me and for my voice and cough and everything. Hopefully this was fun to see this game. It's a very fun little trick-taking game that's a solo game. So if you like it, definitely check it out. There's going to be more coverage other places as well on it. I really enjoyed my 2 plays of this just because it's a stressful experience in something that's a very small, kind of relaxing, cute package. But with that, if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving this video a thumbs up, or leaving a comment. All those things really help more people find out about this channel and grow Malts and Meeples. Plus, if you subscribe, you can click that notification bell and know when I go live. So next live stream is going to be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. Hopefully, I have a little bit less of a cough and a little bit more of a voice then. And that's going to be some ISS Vanguard gameplay. So every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, and every Monday. This one was a little bit later, like I said, because of the editing, pushing it back a little bit. But normally 8:30 p.m. Central is what I'm shooting for. If you enjoyed this content, I also do have a couple other spots that I put out content. The big one being nerdologist.com, where I'm writing articles daily, sharing these videos on there, as well as all sorts of different things, mainly on board games, but also on manga or anime, books, movies, superhero stuff, whatever it might be. And the superhero stuff also is in form of a podcast that I do with a friend called 10 Minute Marvel. It's longer than 10 minutes. It used to be just me, and when it was 10 minutes. But now it's about a half-hour long podcast where we discuss a whole bunch of Marvel different topics, and this week it's about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But with that, again, thank you so much for watching, and I don't have a drink today. Like I said, voice, and just wanting to make sure that I'm doing the right thing to stay healthy. But, I mean, the normal thing is bottoms up. See you next time.